have any exceptions to me getting started immediately?
No, go right ahead and make sure you just tell Troy when you're starting and stopping.
Alright, I'll give a countdown.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first question. This number is not arbitrary for the meme. There are exactly 420 cipher coins in the entire game. So this category,
which is a great meme.
So it makes the meme even better because it's not forced. So this is God mode. I move really fast, I'm invincible, I already have everything. So one thing really weird, you might have seen Big Boom during the Plague any percent race when Exploud used the route. When I'm hugging and pressing against a wall and use Big Boom, it kind of just instantly goes off. So a lot of the time, the best way to break through a ton of dirt really quickly, I forgot that coin. The best way to break through a ton of dirt really quickly is to just hug a wall and throw Big Boom. Big Boom's gonna be my most used Arcana in this run. But as the 420 coins suggest, I have to collect all 420 Cypher coins, which are usually used to upgrade, or buy bomb upgrades for Plague. Or, not really buy them, but unlock more that you can buy. But the thing about God Mode is that it shuffles, like, every small unit of time, that's probably a bit under a second. It shuffles between what bomb thing you have, so like your casting, your powder, your everything really, and it just kind of... So, we're not going to use the Cypher coins because they wouldn't do anything, but, I mean, we're just trying to collect them all because... Why not?
You definitely don't want to spend them all. You definitely want to have 420 when you beat the game.
We're going to have 420 on the counter. And fortunately, every level has a consistent amount. Every main level has 30. There's a few bonus levels with 20. And then there's 2 village levels which have like 4 and 6. So I will be able to use my coin count. And I've played this category enough. That was Black Knight, by the way. He's kind of dead. I've played this category enough.
Oh, man. Did we go over this? I want to see this.
I kind of have, I played this category enough that, I can kind of checkpoint myself, so I can enter certain rooms and be like, okay, I have to have this amount of coins at this room, otherwise I messed up. Fortunately, I didn't mess up. I got all 30 in Plains. Headed to Village here. Village is great. Village is really the same as in every other category ever. You just kind of immediately want to go down to the Potionarium, which is by blowing up that guy's house. This is nothing like a lot of Shovel Knight speedruns. Again, this is using the God Mode cheat code. But, so, we have infinite magic in God Mode, so we don't need to worry about magic upgrades, because I know the any % route of Plague of Shadows usually gets magic upgrades at some point. So, I just immediately like to get the 3 Cypher coins hiding in the Potionarium. So, I'll never have to worry about those for the rest of the run. I named my splits coin counters, so I have that split for getting 4 coins.
If you've never seen this game done before, and maybe you struggled with Plague, do this code. It will actually make the game, like, legitimately a million times more fun.
STQQTXVX.
And maybe we should explain exactly what God Mode gives you for the people who aren't familiar.
You can't take any damage, however you can still die from being crushed. So there's a few places where I am going to actually have to be careful to not die.
So, God Mode equips Plague Knight with every single weapon and every,
Everything.
And all, well, I mean, so it gives you every single weapon. You can still technically buy upgrades, but you basically don't need them. It gives you super speed. It also allows you to burst really, really fast. Like, you can just continually burst again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah, I think actually bursts, I think there's a pattern to bursts, actually. Like, which burst you get. Because I think I
also,
I don't know. Weird.
This, it's actually not as free as it might look. Like, you would think, oh, can't take damage from anything, can't die in pits, can't die to spikes. But controlling this is actually kind of insane. As an example, we have an extension leaderboard for this category, and I previously held the time of 46 minutes. And I didn't think it was maybe that great. The time before me, I beat by like 2 minutes just from having slightly better movement. Laurie came in and beat my time by 2 minutes. And I was like, okay, how did you... I was just like, I'm not sure how I lost time against you. And then I watched her and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, King Knight is also dead. You're gonna notice a theme about bosses. Actually, there are going to be 6 bosses in this run, including refight stuff. So, not including the ones I fight in refights. There's going to be 4 enemies in this run. They're all either a boss or a mini-boss. 4 things that I'm going to be using a curio other than... Or not a curio, that's Spectre. An Arcana other than Big Boom on. But I don't have to worry about that. I have 64 coins, which is the right amount exiting Pridemore Keep. So now
promise me that you will clutter the screen with bombs at some point.
I'll try. I mean, there are a few times I have ample time to. I'll try my hardest. Lich Yard. A lot of people don't like this stage because the frogs can be annoying. Honey, you have no idea. There used to be a really annoying room in this level that I'll talk about why I hate it, but recently I learned of a way to not hate it as much. Which just makes this room coming up I'm in right now a lot worse. I have to get a bomb that will actually knock this skull to the left. Thank you.
Oh god.
I got it like on my second bomb, it's fine.
These side rooms are areas that we're actually going to see way later in the marathon. I'm actually going to be the one going through these.
Oh yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I wanted to talk more about God Mode because I am the first person to do a God Mode run for this marathon, so not a lot of people have seen this or know what I'm doing. But I should also talk about those rooms because you're right, some people might not know. So a little addition to Plague of Shadows, you might notice that, hey, this is like the same level design, mostly, as Shuffle of Hope. The thing about Plague is that it's more of an alternate thing and not like Spectre's like new levels. Plague of Shadows is basically just similar to the same level designs with different character, and like a very different character at that. But one thing they added was they added these extra side rooms. So in here's the room I was talking about that used to be terrible. What I can do is I can just... Okay, can't first get this frog out of the way. I can just go to this wall and spam Big Boom until the skull is where I want it to be. Alright. But one thing you can do in this quest is you can buy Arcana for free, but you have to get a relic. So they added these extra paths to each stage where you can find one of the Shovel Knight relics. And if you get one of those, you can get an Arcana from the normal Chester spot for just completely free. But those paths, they're marked by a coin. Why did I get the safety checkpoint in a God Mode run? I was playing vanilla this morning. But like, okay, hold up. I want to explain Spectre because this is the first time you're gonna see the Staff of Striking in the run. This is kind of a strat. There's a strat in normal runs where you try and pin Spectre to a wall, and I tried to do it there, and I didn't get it. One thing about infinite stamina or infinite magic is it lets you spam all your Arcanas that usually aren't too spammable really fast. So you can just... I think the staff might have a faster swinging speed, but it is also infinite use. So if I had done it right, I could have just juggled Spectre upon the left side of the arena the entire fight, and that would have been the kill.
So the staff actually swings twice per use and swings twice as fast. You're technically getting 4 swings per the normal amount.
Okay. But going back to what I was saying earlier, you'll notice these paths that I'm talking about, the secret paths marked by these like coins in the wall. Those do count as one of the coins I need to complete a stage. And those paths, the coin is a fair sign of what's to come because those paths usually have a ton of the level's coins. Here you're going to see a pretty big use of the fish. To optimize my coin collecting, I'm going to jump in the pit when I throw the fish bomb, so the second the coin spawns, I have it.
Oh man, what a smart strat, using Big Boom to hit the...
Oh yeah, no, I use Big Boom to open up some stuff in this stage. To make
Jesus, no wonder why you destroyed my time.
Yeah. I felt really smart when I thought of that. I was like, haha.
So,
genius.
When I used to run this category, it was always for fun, always like a way to goof around. And Laurie,
I take things way too seriously.
I appreciate that. Now this is hilarious for me.
Okay. Here, I messed up this room. Hello. Terribly. I didn't blow up the top thing. What I want to do here, though, what I was trying to do here is stand on that with the platform and use the big boom to break those blocks and get the heavy skull right where I wanted it. This is the last use of the fish in the level. Yeah, I messed up that room really badly. Alright, so that's 114. I'm done with that level.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you
hey, my game
happen to be around way later, you might see me suffering through these stages.
Yeah, okay.
They are not easy.
I'm trying to pay attention to chat, but everything happens so fast in this game, I kind of have to focus on it. Explodatorium has a lot of bombs, as you expect. Also has a lot of me not being able to control the character correctly, but it's fine. This is probably one of my favorite stages in the run, if only for the expectations that any percent gets up gets absolutely shattered. For those who don't know, I did start off running this game by learning any percent only back at the beginning of February, so I've only been in this community for like a few months, but I love it, honestly. It's great. But I've still played enough any percent to know, like, oh geez, I don't like any of this. And Explodatorium is a stage where a lot of the time your mind's going to be, oh geez, I don't like any of this. I could have optimized a little bit. On that room where I got shot back into the cannon, what I could have done is if I had not broken the dirt blocks directly above where the cannon shoots out, what I could have bonked on those after being shot out of the cannon instead of the ceiling of the room. Very small time save that I didn't show off.
You know what I would like you to show off, though? Is little Fleet Flask into burst action.
I am not doing that. I'm gonna spare
way
the
too
eyes
fast.
of the Also, that was, well, that was happening. I killed the Alchemeister.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
These mini bots. Alright, I'm good on coins. I have 141 at the last checkpoint.
So, if you want to make sure you don't accidentally softlock your game, I do appreciate that everyone's probably going to want to try this mode out. When I say Fleet Flask into burst, if you use the Fleet Flask and then burst, make sure you don't do that into a boss room.
Hold up, Muncha. How do you fight? You have, for the shovel stun lock, you have to mash, right? The shovel, right. No, please. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Because I'm mashing the button right now, and I think he's dying. Okay, he is dead. Well, I mean, was that the right strat?
Why did he take no damage for 5 million years?
Okay, so I should explain. So, in normal plague runs, what you usually do there is get your health below two like balls of health. So Shovel Knight doesn't use the phase locket, which makes him invincible for 3 seconds. You don't take damage in God mode, so you can't get yourself to low health. I did not want to spend. Okay, we're good. I almost spent 40 cypher coins. No, but you can't take damage, so you can't lower your health to below 2 balls. So the phase locket is active, and unfortunately, based on the nature of the fight, and I mean, you're always gonna just be mashing the big boom button. He's going to be getting a phase locket in literally every time you do the fight, and I don't know any way to prevent it as of right now. So there were like
God help you when that phase locket ends.
Yeah. So, you always have to wait 3 seconds. I always just throw big boom anyways, because it looks funny. I don't know. But this is Iron Whale. It's a water level, which is terrible, because every time you have hyper speed. And one thing mentioned earlier in this game, this is true for I believe every character. Whenever you jump, you're already at your like full speed. So, every time you jump, you're basically going to get like a ton of height. And when you fall really slowly in the water, you can waste a lot of time unnecessarily by accidentally jumping way too high, especially if you are charging a burst like me for some reason and accidentally let your fingers slip off of your bomb button. That can be bad. So here
Can I get a second at some point?
Yeah, and what's up?
I got a donation to read.
Okay, well I'm in an auto-scroller portion now.
Okay, cool. So we got $4.20 from Amps saying SO to Mumu for helping with commentary. Custom Night. you're a big homie. I'll donate another $5 if you beat me in Horus tonight.
Yo, it's on.
It's on. That's... Okay, so that was the fish.
Nice infinite trail of snowflakes.
Thanks! I didn't even notice I was doing that.
Yeah, you got the
The frost
the
burst,
float
yeah.
bird.
I don't remember the name of it. I don't
No.
use it. So that was the 420 fish, so of course we love him, but the game does not let us continue until he's dead. So I had to kill him. How unfortunate. So yeah. This is always a scary stage for me because the coin path that I just finished up is really late in the stage. So you always think you're low on coins and then suddenly you get like all of them. It happens.
Things that I would actually not notice ever because that's not something I actually don't take into account what coins I'm getting when I'm doing hundo. I just make sure I get all of them.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean I'm at 180 or 172 entering the final room, meaning I have the right amount.
I suppose that's a little more important for you since you're going so fast.
Yeah, it's again I've done enough of this where I kind of like keep checkpoints on my coin count. Like as I just said, I should have 172 entering that last room. So
I will say there are a couple of things that you don't accidentally want to do for a lot of reasons. For example,
also there's apparently a boss in this stage, but I don't know where it went.
it's gone.
No, where is he? Alright, go on.
Staff of Surging is kind of neat in the sense that like it shoots you up really high. So there's a couple of frame savers you can do because you already kind of moved really, really high. But Staff of Surging, especially in the wind tunnel, normally used to drop your height because it ignores wind. But its descent is so slow. If you accidentally do it in that room, like you will actually regret life quite a lot. So it's actually a terrible relic for God mode.
Yeah, gonna take a little bit of a break from real people stages to do two little quick things. This is, you're supposed to have the bat here for this little bonus stage. The bat is an arcana that I will use, like, once in the run. For a skip that, if you know anything about the New Game Plus run of this category, you've probably seen it, except it's kind of dumb to do in this category. Because you're moving too fast. But since we can stand in pits and kind of burst a lot, we don't need to worry about that. I mean, we have the bat, but we don't need it. Okay, and that was the armor outpost. It's another really quick village that has importance if you're actually playing the game, but I don't think this... Does this count as playing the game?
I
think so.
Hard to say.
We're getting all the cipher coins. It's not like... like, I'd consider that playing the game. The cipher coins can be tricky for some people.
I'm mostly groaning because I'm just thinking of like, man, I wish I could fly through these stages really quickly.
Well, you can. Just use the
I
codes.
won't.
I accidentally got a treasure chest. That was Beetle 1 skip, by the way. A lot of
I
runners
know which
don't like
chest you
that,
got.
but I mean, you can just walk on the lava. I don't know why people don't like that.
So the way you got that chest was actually hilarious. You just kind of like walked up to it and just took everything out.
Yeah. I have to let my rage out somehow. The constant giant explosions is not enough.
Velocity. Give me all the money!
Yeah, this is a fun level. It has things in it, I guess. I don't really care about them. There's probably coins back here. There are 2 coins back here. I knew there were coins. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I mean, I know what I'm saying. I'm talking about the greatest speed game of all time. I can't wait for King Knight to have the greatest God mode of all time. Here's a funny strat.
I hope he has like a bunch of things to collect.
Done. Oh god. I was just talking about God mode itself. I wasn't even talking about like collectathon God mode.
Yeah, good luck taking Laurie's time because it's honestly like extremely competitive at this point.
No, my time is terrible. This is probably gonna work.
You say that, but I'm not gonna stroll over and just destroy your time anytime soon.
No, what I'm saying is I have like a 1.5-minute time save in my current world record, and the only reason I haven't improved it is because I haven't done a run since. Because you remember, right? I missed one of the coins in one of the levels. That was
No way! Oh my god!
Yeah, remember? I told you about that. I told you I missed it, and I think it was the Fleet Blast level.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now I feel even worse about my time.
You should. No, it's fine. Again, I take things way too seriously, so if this was just like your fun category, I'm kind of sorry, except I also kind of feel sorry for Mole Knight.
Don't worry, I will definitely continue to enjoy this category, as God intended.
Laurie, do you have any idea what your pace should be right now?
I don't know what my pace is compared to my actual run, because my movement can, you know, obviously cost time. But I'm thinking, like, I don't know. There is a stage, again, I can save a ton of time on. So, I don't see a reason why this time shouldn't be record. I also don't remember what my record is.
Go fast!
Okay, this is the Hall of Champions. This level's pretty interesting. So we have to kill all these knights, and I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna not kill the knights in this room. I'm gonna save them for later, because I do have to come back there. But the thing is, the coin I go to, the next left room I go to, or the last room I go to before I finish in that room, the last coin in there is after the last knight you have to kill, and you have to kill all knights to beat this stage. So I save that room for last because if I'm not careful, I can okay, can you die? I save that room for last because if I'm not careful, I can accidentally kill the last knight before getting the last coin in there, and then I would have to, like, replay the stage, and I don't want to do that.
Here's a reminder that somehow the Enchantress managed to take over despite these idiots that you literally can't kill half the time.
I mean, I'm killing them right now.
The gold ones take forever to kill.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, that's because they, like, have functioning AI, though.
No, they don't have functioning AI. They just have functioning invincibility frames.
They do. You're right. I don't know what Mumpoker said is. There's no pet mimic in this.
Yeah, there's no pet mimic in this marathon. Please, no.
My estimate's 50. No, I'm not gonna do that.
We tried to include as many varied runs as we could. Yo, Swordsman Kirby, the dude himself. I'm gonna drop a quick shout out to him. Last night he PB'd for Kirby and the Amazing Mirror 100% by like almost half a minute.
Hi, Swordsman Kirby. It's been a while. How are you? Swordsman, can you, like, gift me a digital copy of Rainbow Curse so I can beat your crappy record? Please, thanks. Actually, no.
Wow.
His record in that game is actually fairly good. I have to run the physical version in that game, which wastes a lot of loading time. But I'm okay at the game.
Yo, it's 5-star! For those of you who don't know who 5-star Rec is, 5-star Rec actually made the Discorder of No Quarter. He made the other Shovel Knight Discord that we're commonly associating with back and forth. Yo, good job not dying in this room, by the way.
Oh, no, that's easy. I don't know what you're talking about. No, yeah, no. Crushing can happen in this. I mentioned you can die by crushing. That room can crush you. I've rarely had it happen, though. I usually get crushed at the beginning of Shivering Sprint, because if you're not, like, perfect there, your cycles can be like, hey, let's just not line up correctly. And I'm like, Okay. But this isn't Shivering Sprint. This is just a normal stranded ship. I should talk about the game I'm playing now. I don't even know what to talk about. Okay.
Speaking of other things, reminder that the next run is going to be Spectre of Torment 100% between Wes and myself, and that'll be all kinds of suffering as well.
I got the bat strat first time.
It's the VAT strat, but I don't... Did you use the VAT?
Yeah, I used the bat.
Okay, you did. Oh, you did! It's the giant... Because I'm watching it off your stream.
It's
a little bit. Did you use the VAT? This giant purple thing.
Probably
I
not the
can't
best.
see it. I don't notice if you use the VAT or not.
Yeah, you don't really see it because you're on the bottom of the screen. I used a second bat though because I didn't have a burst charging. So you saw it. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Thanks, David. You always know what to say to warm up my heart. Hi, David. Alright. What level is it now? Shivering Sprint? Okay. Don't buy the float burst. I almost bought the float burst. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can't blame me for forgetting. But I forgot. Before Shivering Sprint, I have to fight Black Knight again. He claims he's stronger than he was back in Plains. I'm gonna see about that.
I'm gonna I actually wholly appreciate what is about to happen.
I can concur that he's not stronger than
Maybe his skin was a little bit thicker, but you know, enough 500-degree explosions will definitely peel that back.
Don't worry about it. Do you like Percy? I like Percy. We don't get to blow up Percy in this run, honestly.
He's a horse!
Alright, Shivering Sprint. It's a level. It has a lot of crushy stuff in it, so it can be kind of annoying, actually. So Fleet Flask. It moves really fast. Like, I can't control it very well. But I'm gonna try using it, because I can run very fast. I did it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that is definitely a lot faster than I remember it being.
Yeah, I got a music sheet. Okay, right, that's the level. What happened there was, first off, my PB didn't use the Fleet Flask at all on that level. I don't know. I'm dumb. And then I forgot that last. I didn't forget it, but I didn't get that last coin because I like fell between it and the wall, and then I jumped back up between it and the wall, and then left the stage thinking I had collected it because I somehow went between it and the wall twice. So that's the level where I probably saved a ton of time in my PB because also once I revisited the stage, I got crushed right at the beginning.
No.
Yeah, Clockwork Tower. What it? This stage is dumb. It has an auto-scroller in it, and auto-scrollers are the biggest thing, scariest thing in the God mode, because you can get crushed by not catching up fast enough with the screen. So I'm gonna try and not do that. It's at the end of the stage though, and I might fulfill your request during that auto-scroller, because you can actually... Yes. I need to go over here. I almost didn't go to the gear room. I should probably go to the gear room. One of my favorite things about God mode is making any % runners cry. It's fun. So that being said, coming up is auto-scroller skip.
Wait, what?
I don't know why people complain about it.
Oh.
Not the actual
I thought you were talking about the actual one. I was like,
no.
Excuse me, I want to know about that one.
No. It's a pseudo-auto-scroller that you can move the screen on your own, but you're on this platform over spikes, and as you know, you die to spikes in this game. But there's a skip with that in normal Plague. You might have seen it. You do some damage boost so you can go on spikes. I can go on spikes.
I'm not convinced you die to spikes. I haven't seen it.
He just doesn't die to spikes.
So yeah, this is what normal bomb throwing looks like, and this is how I actually killed a bunch of my bosses, because I didn't decide to use the clearly best thing ever of Big Bomb.
Oh yeah, no, the Big Boom's great. I recommend it. The funny thing is I can mash fast enough to actually slightly move upwards while throwing bombs. So
going back to his home planet. Also destroying bitrate, which I love.
Oh, did I break the stream?
No. But it definitely it was definitely hard to tell what was going on.
So Tinker's my favorite boss in this run. And the reason why is because his first phase in Plague Knight was changed, so it does double damage. And so I think Big Boom does like 1 damage in normal shuffle, or in normal game, and then does 2 in God mode. So the double damage from being Tinker 1 combined with the double God mode damage, he dies.
Oh, that Tinker too.
Oh yeah, that Tinker too.
I really hope that Laurie gets Spectre Tinker, Spectre with staff during boss rush.
Yeah, I messed it up the first time. Spectre's kind of actually a bit harder in boss rush because you're usually not on the platform at the beginning like you are in Glitchyard. Okay, so now it's Flying Machine, which a lot of runners of this game don't like, and I don't blame them. It's terrible. There are 30 coins in it because it's an order in the, I don't know. I will have a fun opportunity here soon where I like to do something that, shoutouts to, I think he's in the chat, NES_. A few months back, me and 2 friends in a marathon hosted by a friend of ours did a God Mode trilogy. And, in it, NES did this thing during the auto-scroller portion of this stage that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what he did. It's not anything groundbreaking. It's gonna talk about the actual game a bit. It's nothing cool. Don't get excited. I promise.
I'm getting excited.
Okay. First off, this is Dingy Dropper. He's a mini boss that kind of doesn't spawn until he spawns. So I should actually talk about that one for a quick second. So Dingy Dropper, the thing is, he takes a second before he appears on screen, and if you can get to the... So normally mini bosses have a thing where you can't advance to the next screen until they're dead, even if the area to the next screen is wide open. Dingy Dropper takes like a second or 2 before dropping on screen, and until he's on screen, you can leave the screen. Like, the blocker isn't there, so by just holding right in God mode, you'll have enough speed to skip him. So now it's auto-scroller time. I'm gonna give everybody a showcase of what these Arcana can do. So this is Big Boom. You probably haven't seen it yet. Can you please? Thank you. This is, I don't remember the name of it, it's the smoke bubble. It makes you invincible while you're standing in it, so I'm invincible right now, except I've always been invincible. You've seen the fish, you've seen the vat, you've seen the fleet flask. This flask makes you, deal damage on physical contact, and this flask makes you heal when you kill stuff. This is the Staff of Surging. Alright. Now you know how Plague Knight works. This is not how Plague Knight works.
This is how God Mode Plague Knight works.
It's working fine. I just had a realization. I think. Nope, I'm good.
What was that?
So I thought I missed a coin in the auto-scroller. Okay, I messed up there. I can get this room on the first downward cycle that happens there. It's hard. I love spinning against the spikes. Okay. Sorry, I talked a lot during that stage.
It's okay.
Okay. A lot of people don't like Propeller. He say it's an annoying fight. I kind of disagree. It's pretty simple. Just kind of throw some bombs. Isn't that what you always do? I'm starting to lose my mind slightly.
So are there any fights that involve more than Big Boom?
There are 6. There are Spectre, Tinker 2, 420 Fish, and the final boss. And then there are 2 refights against Tinker 2 and Spectre. That all use Staff of Striking.
Yeah, I recall the Staff of Striking and Tinker 2 just now.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 of those. So we have 60 coins to go, and we have 2 more stages with 30 coins. For those who don't know basic math, 60 divided by 2 is 30. I actually didn't know that. Currently we're at
What?
360 coins, which is actually the square root of 6 times 10. I don't know. Do you want to talk about the tower?
I think you mean 6 squared.
I say
10.
that?
No, you said the square root of 6.
You don't know what I'm on. Okay, that's what I meant though. So the tower, I mean, it can crush you, actually. I should actually talk about that. There's a screen that can crush you, and it's a very long screen. And I'm on that.
Yeah, it's the crusher, so you can't actually skip the cycles in God mode even, because
No,
you
you can't go
still
through
get
walls.
crushed.
Moon, are you there?
He stepped away for a second. It's just you and I.
I didn't hear when that happened. I got another music sheet. Those are fun. Okay, yeah. If I meant it, then I meant it. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. No, I didn't hit 6 squared. I actually don't know the easy math that I chastise all the viewers that didn't know it for not knowing it. I hope you guys knew that 60 divided by 2 is 30. It's not a very common fact. 360 plus 30 is 390, and since I have 390, it means we can fight Black Knight one more time. This fight is interesting because he has wings that he does not show off. Okay, I also jumped over there because there's a pretty famous walk of shame that happens in this stage. If you're on the left side of the screen, at the end of the fight, Plague Knight walks all the way to the right of the screen to enter the tower. It's not that bad in God mode because you run at God mode speed in the cutscenes. But, I mean, it's frames. So this is the last actual stage. I mean, there's one more technically, but it's just like a build-up to a couple bosses. This is the second tower stage. And, it's probably the scariest stage in God mode because it has not only an auto-scroller which can crush you by just the movement of the screen alone, but it has an auto-scroller where half of it has moving crushers. So it's just not a fun place sometimes, especially when you're moving so fast in God mode. Sometimes you can't control the exact position you want to go to, and you end up just not being able to go upwards, and you can get crushed easily and die. That happens a lot when I played Shovel. But entering the auto-scroller with 410 means I have all the coins I need, because there are 8 in the auto-scroller, and then 2 like after it. I think I might have died right there in my PB. I was going for this corner coin where I'm at that corner I was at right now there. I was trying to get it before the screen scrolled up, and I think I got crushed. Just kind of messing around. I think that might have happened.
And another music sheet.
Oh yeah, I got another music sheet. Music sheets don't do anything. You can sell them for money, and they're technically collectible. In this run, they don't do anything, though, because you're trying to get the coins, and no coin requires grabbing a music sheet. So, a bit of common knowledge through a lot of runners of this game. If you jump up higher than the screen is going, you can get through some of these blocks before they load.
It seems I have returned just in time for the momentous occasion of 420 green coins.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yes, it's about to be achieved.
I said earlier, if treasure first happened in Boss Rush, I'd donate 420. I'm donating 420! Shoutouts to Fladerby. So this is, the Boss Rush. Also, we have 420 coins. Probably.
Blaze it!
Okay, I'll see if I can do the Spectre kill this time. I did not do it right again. Alright, that was cool. Propeller is a lot easier to kill when the arena has walls. There's not too much to say about the boss rush.
Just throw bombs till they die.
Yeah. Here's Tinker again, though. We'll see if I can... I mean, I got this kill right in Clockwork, and I got it right here. Alright, so I just have to deal with Mole, and then I'm on with the last one. A lot of these kills are... I'm getting a lot better than I did in the stages.
Jesus Christ, what happened to Mole Knight? He's just gone.
I think it's the position that I'm starting the fights in is giving me better big boom throws. So I actually am going to tell a story right here. I got really mad the first time I played Plague of Shadows, because when I played Shovel of Hope casually, I saved the Knights at the end of the boss rush. And so I was hoping that Shovel Knight would save us at the end of the boss rush in Plague of Shadows, and then he just walked out, and I got so mad I had to, like, wait 5 minutes before finishing the game. I couldn't take it. I love having the God Mode physics in the cutscene.
He's just gone.
Yeah, no, if I recall correctly, I get to throw bombs here. Alright, cool. If I recall correctly, in Shovel God mode, Shovel Knight's just kind of jittering around, like, the little rope thing there. I don't know why. It's funny. Shoutouts to Speed Frog.
Shoutouts to Speed Frog.
I think Speed Frog in the God mode race is doing Shovel, so I'm going. I have done Shovel God mode before in my life. So here we get another use of the Fleet Blast.
Go ahead. Yes!
We actually outrun the blocks that are supposed to be our platform using the Fleet Blast. But the
you didn't miss, though.
I'm not going to do it. You can't make me. Can I kill the Enchantress?
That'd be great.
I did it. Yeah, shoutouts to Speed Frog for just existing.
Platforms are for chumps.
They are. So
I must go prevent... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I must go prevent my kitchen from being on fire. But I trust you to shout out time, which is probably very soon, and thank you very much.
Okay. Nice pattern. So now we have... That was actually the last time I'm going to be using Big Boom on the Plague of Shadows. Because of the Corrupted Essence, the last form here. Get ready on time, by the way, Troy. This is probably going to be a 2-cycle.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're going to use staff the whole time here, because we can just constantly, like, stay in place and use staff really fast. And time. That's time. I beat the game.
Yeah, you beat your record as well.
What was my time?
You got a 43:21.
That's okay. Neat. World record.
Yeah, 4:3:21.
Nice. Yes. That's a 1 minute and 7 seconds record, I believe. So good for me.
Yeah, congratulations.
So, I think something funny just happened in that cutscene. I think what's supposed to happen is the cutscene fades out before Plague Knight reaches the edge of the screen, but since we have God Mode speed, I think I just saw Plague just running against the left wall of the cutscene, waiting for it to fade out. But yeah, that was the game. I don't get any achievements because it's God mode.
We're cheaters. Dirty cheaters.
It's not dirty. See all the dirt I'm on?